Okay, another day. Let's see what message you need to hear today. I'm going to start off with this deck today to see. I felt like maybe we should do what you think is going on versus what is actually going on. With the person on your mind. So, what is going on for you currently though? What is going on for this collective currently? What is on your mind currently? Okay, so you're definitely working on your self-love. You're working on your, working on what you need to do to make yourself feel good. Valuing yourself, your time, your energy. You could also be really trying to work on the way you speak to yourself internally. And I just heard rituals, so you might have just started doing some new little like beauty rituals, things to make you feel a bit nicer every day. Okay, so there's someone that you're watching, someone that you're, this could be that you feel like someone's watching you, but this is what's on your mind right now. So I think you're wondering if someone's watching you. Maybe you're getting a feeling that someone's watching you, or you've been getting some weird like DMs from fake accounts, because this is what's on your mind. So this is what I'm hearing two things. One, that there's someone that you're feeling this magnetic pull to go look at their social media and maybe pry on what's happening here. And or you feel like someone's lurking in the shadows right now. Someone that hasn't made their presence known to you yet. Okay. But you're very much focusing on trying to level up in your life. You might have things that you're working towards, or you're just in general in your life just trying to change things for the better for yourself. You've got sacral chakra here, which is, so you've got root, sacral and solar plexus. They're your lower chakras. So your solar plexus is the second chakra, and that's all about your creativity and the womb. So you could identify as being a feminine in some kind of divine connection, but outside of that, just if you consider yourself like the divine feminine, regardless of whether you're in a divine connection of any kind. But I think for this to be what's on your mind, I think you're currently really trying to focus on really finding inner union within yourself. So yes, you've got on your mind that someone is potentially watching. Maybe you're feeling a funny energy, and like I said, maybe getting random DMs from like what seems like fake accounts. But your main focus seems to be working on the things that you want to change in your life and things that you want to birth. So when I see this, yes, sacral chakra is about creativity, but when I see that picture of that uterus with the babies in it, you're trying to birth new creative endeavors, even if it's not something for money-making purposes, but just to have some kind of creative outlet. You might have started creating something new. And maybe it's something around self-love. Maybe you're starting to create your own little journals, stickers, paintings. Maybe you're trying to, I just heard very clearly, make your own oracle deck. Yeah, so under self-love, you've got healing. So your main focus has definitely been on the way you talk to yourself and healing things that were really affecting your body, mind, and spirit, things that you knew that you had to make shifts to get some real change happening. The way that you talk to yourself, the way you think about things. Would you speak to your best friend or anyone the way that you speak to yourself internally? The way you criticize yourself. All these things are what you've been trying to work on healing. To really build your self-confidence and your self-esteem. Okay, so under watching, you've got confused. So I think it is that you can feel a weird energy lurking in your energy that you're confused by. Because I'm going to say that this is something that you've got a feeling about, but because you don't have any concrete evidence and you're not sure who it might be, it's creating confusion in your mind. Okay, so you're releasing control. What is out of your control is out of your hands. So this could be something that you're ascending from. If you have had trouble with control issues all your life, you might be going through a phase now where you're noticing that you're kind of letting things be. You're going with the flow more, and that in itself is showing you that you're upgrading, that you're leveling up, that you're healing out certain things within you that you were resisting, which is the need to control the outcome of things, knowing that you can only control what is in front of you. You can't control the outcome of something that isn't within your control. And I think that's something that you're noticing about yourself. You're noticing the change in you. So you might even be questioning, am I going through an ascension right now? Sacral chakra, water, so your emotions. So there's definitely something creative around you have some deep emotions around whatever it is that you want to create. Even if it is, say for instance, you do want to have babies. You might have very deep emotions attached to a child you already have, a child you lost, miscarried, terminated, whatever. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but whatever this is that you're healing right now, you could even be doing womb healing. There's lots of different ways of healing: sound healing, breath work, even massage, someone touching you in that way can be very healing. There is something around the womb and creativity that you have deep emotions attached to that is a main focus for you right now, which would explain the self-love and the healing. Maybe whatever it is that you have these deep emotions for, that you are trying to find a creative outlet for, could be even journaling. You might need to journal to find a creative way to release the deep emotions that you have inside that might cause those control issues. But missing you, there's someone that you're missing deeply right now. Talking to the moon, longing, reminiscing, and maybe that's who's attached to this watching. You're confused about whether these fake accounts or this energy that you're feeling lurking in your energy is this person that you've been missing. Okay, so what do you think is going on right now? What does this collective think is going on right now? Okay, so in your mind you think that someone is about to come in and confess, that someone has some truths that need to be revealed to you, or just in general that someone has something to tell you, something that you're not aware of yet. Do you feel like there is a confession coming? Okay, you've got guardian and you've got love spell. A lost loved one watches. Okay, so a lost loved one watches over you and you've been bewitched. So I think whoever this person is that you're missing, I believe that what you think is going on is that this person has a confession, whether it's that you are hoping that it's them saying they miss you too, or that they love you, whatever it is. But you feel like this is divinely guided, that your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels are guiding you two back together, and that you both love each other as much as the other one. In your mind, you think this person loves you as much as you love them. Confession. Now this is what you think is going on. And then we'll break down what actually is going on. Confession. You could even be wondering if someone connected to this person has been looking in on you. Earth sign. So you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or they could be, but you think that this person really wants to ground this situation. If you two have been in separation, for instance, and you think that you're both missing each other equally and this person's just on the verge of coming forward to confess this to you, you feel like they really want to ground the situation and make this a reality instead of hiding in the shadows. Fire sign. So you could be an earth fire pairing. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they could be a fire, you could be an earth, or vice versa. But that's under a lost one watches over you. So as well, what you think is going on is that you might even believe you two share a spirit team, and that spirit team is guiding this fire sign back to you, but that this person has a lot of passion for you, and they might even believe that you might think that they believe they are being guided back to you. Love spell. 2 for that. They'll be back in pets, which is funny because pets flipped over before. So you could have shared a pet with this person, talked about pets, like getting a pet together. This person could have had a pet while you were together, but you believe that this person really is bewitched by you, and that they're going to come forward, because that's 2 cards of communication here. You've got someone wants to tell you something and they'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon to confirm love spell. So there is something around, there could be a memory around pets or animals in general. I say on here as well, when pets comes out, sometimes it's not necessarily an actual pet that you or this person shared. It could just be that animals in general seem to either act funny around you, or out of the blue, just animals have been coming up to you, for instance, or say someone's walking their dog and the dog just like stares at you as you walk past. But give it time, everything in divine timing, let things flow. So you really believe that you're, especially with these control issues and not being able to control the outcome, because you can't make someone come in with a confession, so you have to just release it to the divine and let time go here. You've been working really hard on trying to let divine timing do its thing here. Okay. Let's get what this actual connection is. And then we'll get what's actually going on. What is this connection, please? Okay, so someone that has the key to your heart, someone that you feel there was a snake energy in this that was the reason that you two separated, whether it was a romantic one or maybe even one of your friends, like that enemy masquerading as a friend card. someone that pretended to be close to you but was actually like the other woman. But that enemy, that snake, could also be family, could be someone they worked with, someone you feel like was in the background stirring up problems for the two of you. Girl talk. Time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun, and receiving what you need, progression arriving, moving on, closure issues. So I think with this connection, this is someone that definitely has the key to your heart, but there was something that wasn't, especially with that confession card, there was someone attached to this connection that meddled with it in some way, shape, or form. Someone is in the middle, someone is trying to sabotage this. But you have been trying to spend time with friends and actively do anything that will help take your mind off this, trying to have fun, trying to release the outcome here. And maybe since this connection, you have had information that has helped you try, let go of what this connection truly is. You've been trying to let this go. But underneath heart with a key, you've got talking, interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, call, email, hovering. So this is what's the connection is. So this is someone that actually wants to talk to you about the love you two share and the love that that you have their heart, basically. The snake. Okay, so outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So because this is the actual connection, this could be both of you. This can be both of you. So maybe both of you think that there is outside influences that affected this connection, but you're definitely overplaying events in your head, trying to piece together things that were never answered, which is why you believe that a confession is needed here. Girl talk with wedding rings. So this person made promises to you of forever. You could have been married, but there was a promise of being with this person. Maybe they promised you marriage and it never eventuated, it ended. Okay, so you've been putting yourself out there dating. If you haven't been, this isn't for you. You have been trying to put yourself out there to meet someone new so that you can try and move on from this situation, especially if marriage was promised here and then the promise was revoked. You've been trying to go out with your friends, put that energy out there that you're open to meeting someone new so that you can move on from this person. You've been focusing on yourself, definitely. All right, so let's see what's really going on with this person. What is really going on with this person, please? Person connected to this collective. Caution, copycat. Already knowing the tea. Interesting. So maybe there is someone connected to your person that has been watching in. Sexual protection under caution. So maybe this person has been sticking their finger in too many pies and has caught something because of it. Or I just heard something came out about this person having caught something and they thought, I've slept with that person, have I caught it? Copycat. And as well, that could be tied to this snake energy, this person that enemy masquerading as friend, the other woman, someone that was pretended to be your friend but was doing you dirty in the background. I feel like that's tied to this copycat here. Getting played. So you felt played by this person that pretended to be your friend, this snake energy. Manipulation, lies, control. I think the person connected to you actually fell for someone that was a copycat to you. Because now I look at this, because this is what's going on that you don't know. So the person connected to you has gotten played by someone that was kind of copying your energy. I had a collective, I think a couple of days ago, where there was a female energy that was trying to emulate your energy to get your person. And I think your person got played by them. There's something around being manipulated by this copycat, and it's someone that they had some kind of sexual rendezvous with. Insecure. So someone that was insecure, knowing they fucked up. So this person, I think as well, whoever it is that they've hooked up with, it's actually caused a lot of drama in their life, and they've seen the error of their ways now, and they're like, oh my God, what have I done? The person that they did this with was very insecure, but they themselves are very insecure. And I think as well, so maybe they do have something to confess. So maybe you're picking up on that, the fact that this has gone down. You might not know this has gone down, but it's like you've had a feeling, which is why you're picking up that someone has something that they want to tell you. And it could be as well why you're feeling this lurking energy, because they're definitely in your energy, but you just don't have proof of it. Alright, what's going on for this person connected to the collective, please? What's really going on? Okay, so Gaia, connect with nature barefoot. That's reminding me of that earth sign card. This person could be an earth sign, but they're really trying to ground themselves. So maybe you are picking up on their energy. They're really trying to, they might have gone into self-isolation. They've got water as well. So water is definitely significant here, either you or them, but they have deep emotions. I think you are picking up on them. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but this person might be spending a lot of time by the water as well. They might be trying to handle their deep emotions when it comes to this situation. Ancient Egypt, so they feel like they've shared past lives with you. So they're really trying to ground themselves right now, especially if they want to come forward with this confession. And I think that they're overwhelmed by the deep emotions they have in regards to this. The 3D. So I think they're very focused on what is in front of them right now. And as well, I just heard the fear of rejection. So it's kind of like, at the moment, it's safer to lurk in the shadows and hope that you two can be together than come forward and confess and potentially lose you forever. It's like they would rather sit in long suffering, hoping you two can be together, than knowing for sure that you're not ever going to be together. I love you. So they're trying to ground their emotions right now. They know they love you. It's all that they're thinking about. You're always on their mind, but they're trying to ground this right now because it makes them feel out of control, which is funny because you got control. Perhaps they feel too controlled by their love. Yeah, look at all that red. So they're working on root chakra issues, safety, stability, home. And that's come underwater. So they have a deep well of emotion when it comes to feeling like you're their home, that you're safe and secure for them, but also their own issues on stability, security, safety, home, their own trauma, upbringing, situations that they formed from a young age, even things before they can remember. they feel like they're really trying to ground these emotions, because I think they feel very overwhelmed by them. This person doesn't lack deep emotion for you. I think their love for you overpowers them, and they don't like feeling like that, so they've been trying to ground themselves. Betrayal. So for that to come under ancient Egypt, immediately I thought every lifetime that you've shared with this person, they've betrayed you in some way, shape or form, lies, deceit, secrets. So you're quite tapped in. You are picking up that this person has something they need to confess to you, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they were cheating. It could just be that they were very deceitful as far as this snake energy. I'm seeing someone who's like said to you, no one else has told me what to say. No, I don't go to anyone else for advice. I don't tell people about our problems, or no one else has made up this decision for me. I made this decision. When in reality, they'd done all those things. They'd gone to other people for advice, and they'd let themselves be influenced by that advice. So that in itself is keeping secrets from you, and that confession and things that they might confess to you about what they've done since the breakup as well, 3D. But they know here, this is definitely on their mind, which is why they feel overwhelmed by their emotion too, because they have so much love for you, and the fear that once they confess these things to you, that you'll really be done and that they have no chance with you, is scarier than just sitting back in the shadows. Merkaba. So they're realizing how deep this goes, which obviously, because they've got ancient Egypt here, their emotions have to be this deep for you, because it goes beyond the 3D. It's a spiritual connection, but that they ran from the connection. So whatever your problems were in the relationship, that's what they used to run from this connection. Instead of knowing how to fix things, they ran, and also who they let interfere here caused them to run. But they might have made out to you like there was no one influencing this decision. They made it up on their own, but that was a lie. Okay. Just quickly, I want to get these message cards to see what it is they want to say to you, and then we'll see what actually is coming next. See if there's any kind of movement. This isn't over. You haven't heard the last of me. We have unfinished business. Telepathic communication. So if this person is lurking and they're seeing things that you're posting and they're wondering, surely they might think that you're spying on them, because the things that you're posting seem so in touch with what they're going through right now. So they're thinking either you're spying on them physically, or that you're tapped in telepathically with them, and that somehow you're gifted enough to know exactly what's going on. And it's not that you know what's going on, but you are picking up on that energy in the part of what you think is going on. You kind of are picking up what is going on, whether you don't have evidence of it, but that's what you think is going on. You actually are pretty close to it. And that's just you being tapped in. So they believe that you're telepathically connected. I have abandonment issues. I grew up in a single parent household. I had a rough childhood. So another reason why they ran, because they didn't know how to, their conflict resolution was non-existent. I'm ready to come clean. I can't lose you again. So this person is ready to come forward. So you're that confession card, you're spot on. You really are. You really know something is coming. You didn't put up with my shit. You crushed my big ass ego, but that's what made me respect you even more. So at the time when they left you, they couldn't handle that you called them on their lies and their deceitful behavior. I'm starting to panic. It's been so long since I've seen you or heard your voice, so there's been a long time here of no communication. I pretend like I don't care, but it's quite the opposite. My feelings for you are a little bit obsessive. So they feel very overwhelmed. But they feel very overwhelmed by their emotions, which obviously, because we got water in both decks, so you're very much picking up this person, and you got bewitched for what you think is going on. So you really are quite gifted, even if you're feeling confused because you don't have evidence of knowing that these things are true. You are actually correct in what you're picking up. They are lurking in the shadows. They are bewitched by you. They do want to come in with a confession and all the things that you felt, and they are trying to ground their emotions because they're overwhelmed by how deep they feel for you. You kind of got all of that. So you actually are very gifted in picking up. There is telepathic communication in this, I believe, and it's not about you talking to each other back and forth, having conversations. I don't believe it works like that. It's just an energy that you can pick up if there is a deep spiritual connection to someone. Okay, so I just want to get how they view you right now, and then we'll get their next actions. How does this person view this collective and the connection? Root chakra again, so they definitely see you as stable, so safe. You're safe for them and they feel at home with you. You are their home. So right now they might feel very ungrounded because they don't feel safe in their current surroundings. In their life, they feel very ungrounded. And when they think of you, they know that they felt the safest they ever felt was with you, the most stable in all areas, not just emotionally, but maybe financially, their home life, everything felt stable when they were with you. Breath work, stillness, calm, and I brought up breath work before, so maybe that really is something that you're doing right now. Maybe that's something you post about as breath work, because this is how they see you right now. So maybe what you do is some kind of healing work, and you post about that and they see that, and maybe it's almost like they're learning from you, which is nice. But again, that you're stable, you're home for them. And I wish I'd said this, but I heard the word calm. And it's funny because this says calm. I'm seeing someone that could breathe when you were around. Like, because it's like they didn't have to be on edge with you. They could fall asleep with you. And they might have even said to you, I act like I'm okay, and I'm happy, but when I'm around you, I'm actually okay and feel happy and I feel at peace. You bring this person peace. Okay, so fertility. So I think they see you as someone that they want to have a family with. They want to have children with you. You might have shared a pregnancy with them, because they did bring up termination or miscarrying before, but they want to birth a new beginning with you. They're trying to cleanse and clear the negative energy in their life right now, again, because they don't feel safe or secure in their surroundings right now. They're actively trying to ground themselves because they're so overwhelmed by these emotions that they're trying to clear possibly that snake energy out of their surroundings. But when they look at you, they see you as being, again, that's 2 cards about home. This person really wants to go home, and you're their home. 3rd eye, so they do think you're tapped in as well, that you're picking up what they're going through. That your intuition is off tap. Like you called them on their shit. You didn't put up with their shit, and they respect you even more. So they might have made you feel silly in the past for your intuition or your trust in the universe. But now they're trusting in your abilities. They believe in your intuition now. And that's also to confirm root chakra. So they are trusting their own intuition when it comes to you about how you're their home. I just heard it doesn't matter where we are because my home is with you. So it doesn't matter like where in the world you are. You could move a lot, but you're their home. So wherever you are, that's home. Breath. Breathe. It's like someone that has a very overactive mind and imagination, and then with you, they feel still. Their mind quietens. Divine feminine. And look, all those colors go together too. So they see you as their divine feminine. Your compassion, your nurturing nature, you're receptive to them. Your calm energy, your natural aura, your energy that you just naturally have when they're around you, that just makes them feel calm and still and loved and safe, and that you can nurture the things in them that they don't necessarily like about themselves. It's like you accepted them at their best and their worst and still wanted to love them anyway, but they ran. Fertility. Trauma. So there's something around a pregnancy here and trauma. Synchronicities. So they're seeing synchronicities. They might even be getting signs about the pregnancy you two shared, and signs that they could have a happy home with you, have children and create a stable foundation, a happy home. But angel numbers, names, music, they're getting all of those things that remind them of you. They're being bombarded by that right now, whether it's you might have been someone that was into angel numbers, so they notice angel numbers now. Your name's showing up everywhere. Or I just heard, because that's to confirm fertility, if you two had baby names, they might be seeing those baby names everywhere. And definitely music. Music's always a big one. But you've got 20, 22, 22, 22, 2, and 24. So 222 could be an important number for your connection too. That 222 might have been something that showed up in your connection a lot as well. And there also might have been a date around the pregnancy that's recently come up that reminded them of this. Okay, cleanse and clear. Missing you. So they are missing you. I mean, obviously, but still, they're missing you. Look at talking to the moon, longing, reminiscing. You got this as well. So you're both missing each other equally. But just like you're confused because you don't know for sure, they'd be the same. But religion on the bottom, so there could be some cultural differences in upbringing, and that could have also contributed to them running, because they thought, I'm hearing Romeo and Juliet, where their families are at war with one another, so it's like they can't be together because they just come from two different worlds. They might have even said that, we just come from two different worlds. They might have felt like your values didn't align, and not because you have terrible values, but because culture, traditions, upbringings were just so different that you had a different perspective to them on life. And even if they agreed with your perspectives on life, they felt too bound by their the conditioning of their upbringing. So they just felt like your values didn't align, that you're from two different worlds, and it was just never going to work. So that was a big factor here. But you're definitely missing each other. This person definitely sees you as their home, and their deep emotion for you is what overwhelms them. Okay, so what's their next actions, please? What's actually coming next? spy. So they are spying. You're very tapped in. What you think is... Just having a sip of coffee. All right, so yeah, you're with that spy, you're so tapped in, but someone is too full of themselves. So right now, I think this person's either sitting in self-pity, but they're definitely feeling too self-involved right now. They're so overwhelmed by their feelings for you and these deep emotions. And if there's someone that's run away from emotions all their life, especially if they're good at wearing a mask and appearing to have it all together, but they're repressing everything, they're so overwhelmed in their head that they're too self-focused right now over coming towards you. So that's why they're in this spying energy, because like I said before, it's safer to them to watch from the shadows and hope that one day you two will end up together than taking that leap of faith and making this confession, and potentially that hope is dashed because you don't take them back. So there is a pregnancy here. Although I'm actually seeing this as them, again, that fertility card. They see you as very fertile, but they want to have babies with you. They want to have a family with you. They just can't get out of their own way right now. Spy. But that's something they definitely go over. There was definitely some kind of pregnancy you two shared. So them spying on you, that's confirmed by move on. Someone is unavailable, a waste of time, it's over. So they might think that you've moved on, that you're seeing someone. And that's why they're spying. Because that you are doing your research. They are doing their research and they're worried that you've moved on, that you don't even want them anymore. Which is so funny because you're both missing each other. But they're too self-involved right now to take that leap of faith. Air sign. So they're very stuck in their head. They could be an Aries, not Aries. Maybe Aries is important, but Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They could be one of those signs, but air signs in tarot is swords, and swords are mental. So this person's very stuck in their head. They're very self-focused right now. Someone is too full of themselves because they're overwhelmed and they're overthinking and they're catastrophizing this. They're making a mountain out of a molehill, and they're making it so much bigger in their mind. They're consumed by this right now. Pregnancy. But they have to get through this to be able to come moving. So there's two very big factors here, a pregnancy and moving. So they might have moved to be with you and you might have moved to be with them, and and now if there's distance, they think that you feel used by them. So that might even be factoring into their overthinking mind as well. But there's something about them needing to make a move towards you. There's two big factors here, a pregnancy and the living situation. So if you two live together, and you had to leave, this is something that they're going over right now. And that no wonder they're so stuck in their head, because these are two very big things. If you had a pregnancy with this person and you also lived together, and then you had to leave and there's a distance between you, this person is going over in their head how they can move towards you. Let me get one more for that. Intuition, but they're trying to trust their intuition right now. But you could be having electrical issues right now, communication issues, but in general, I think you're reviewing everything, which is why you're feeling confused as well. But this person is trying to review everything in their life right now and how it would work to come towards you. So on one hand, they're trying to figure out logistics on how to come towards you and have this new beginning and birth this new relationship, with the fear that you've moved on and the fear of rejection. So I don't think, because even though you got expect to hear from them soon, and confession. I do think that you're picking up on the energy that they do want to come forward, but I don't think they're ready to yet. Right. Let's see if there's any forward movement anytime soon. October, November, December, June could be significant. Self-indulgence. So at the moment, just keep focusing on yourself and doing your shadow work and working on the things that you're trying to be, the creative outlets that you're focusing on right now, to heal. There's definitely something around a pregnancy, so that womb healing could be something, and breath work could be something that you should perhaps look into if you haven't already. But unconditional love. So the unconditional love isn't not there for either of you, but it's about self-love right now. Having that passion towards yourself. Imagine all the love and attention and energy you would pour into that person because you love them. Pour that into yourself right now, because at the moment there's two in their head. They're too worried about themselves and their emotions over you right now to make any kind of movement. The golden mirror, yeah, there's two self-involved still. If they were to come in now, it would feel very love-bomby. It wouldn't, or at least you would feel like it's love-bomby, and you wouldn't be able to trust how they're showing up. They're just too self-involved right now. They're just, you've gotten two cards now about narcissist. I'm not saying they're a narcissist, but they're very self-absorbed right now. They're so focused on you, but they're not actually focused on doing anything about it right now. I just heard a bit of victim mentality. Heartbroken. So yes, you are heartbroken over this situation. Obviously, you're confused about it, but it's almost like turning that deep hurt and that sadness into some kind of creative outlet, like journaling. All right, so more time is needed here, but there has been a lot of time. In time cycles, time to heal. So more time is needed here. This person needs to push past this block that they've got right now, where they're just too self-absorbed to come towards you because they're overthinking and catastrophizing in their mind. Like I said, the love is there. It's almost like they love you too much and they don't know how to handle it. So they self-sabotage the connection in the past, but they're self-sabotaging currently because they're too in their head about it. They do want to work on it, but this needs more time. They need to make some progress here so that they can come towards you and actually show you properly the passion they have for you and that they love you unconditionally. Because of how they're thinking and feeling right now, if they were to come forward and you wanted to express how they hurt you, I feel like this person would take it poorly and get not aggressive but defensive, and it would just go back into silence all over again because this person isn't in a place where they're ready to take criticism because they're playing a bit of a victim right now. They're not ready to cop what they kind of deserve from the ending of this from you right now, which is why they're staying in the shadows. This needs more time. And you might be thinking it's already been so much time, but this is really calling on your patience. And like in that very first part, trusting in divine timing. Remember that card that said, give it time. Good things come to those who wait. Yeah. Mirror to confirm golden mirror. mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. This person still needs to get through this introspection right now, because I doubt this person even realizes how self-involved they actually are and how selfish they actually are. That's being reflected to them right now, and they're playing a bit of a victim. So you wouldn't want them coming back in that energy anyway, because they would come in with all these excuses and defensiveness and expecting you to just be like, it's okay, and wrap them up, when they've actually caused a lot of damage and pain here. So they need to come in strong and direct and ready to take accountability. I don't think they're there yet. So if they were to come in now, you would be very disheartened, I think, in their approach, and it would make you doubt your love for them. So it's almost better that they're staying in the shadows right now, because they don't, if they were to knock on your door right now, it wouldn't even last a week, because the first sign of a trigger, they would run again. You've got love call on the bottom though. I think this is something that they're planning on doing, but it might be a test for you on your self-worth. And it's not that you need to attack this person. It could just be like, if they come forward and they say some things to you and you're feeling some kind of way, you can say, look, I need time to think about this, because there's been a lot of hurt caused here, and this isn't going to be fixed in just one conversation. So you need to give me more time, and approach it that way, so that you're standing your ground and putting up boundaries, but you're not attacking this person either. Alright, let's see the potential of this, the potential future of this connection, and then we'll get closing messages. What is the potential future of this connection? Temperance, having patience, but balance. Balance is needed here. If this connection can be balanced, and this person can, it's about equal give and take. So if in the past this person was just took, balance is needed here, because otherwise you're just going to repeat the past. Devil energy. So you got 14, 15. I'm seeing that as needing to balance out that devil energy. So the triggers, any kind of addictions that are here, things that are easy to go to because that's a bad pattern that both of you have created, needing to balance those energies. Two of Cups. But if you can balance the energies, both of you can balance the energies, and it's equal give and take, and you can move freely together, this is divine union. Two of Cups. Winning together instead of, I'm seeing this person having that mentality of like winning at all costs, even though in the end that means they lost you. But this is working together as a team and winning the race together. So if you can balance the energies, you can have a beautiful union together. If they see you as home, stable, secure, safe, that you calm them, they need to give that to you. They can't come in with all their chaos and insecurities and mess and create problems for you and make your nervous system spiral out of control. But they get the calm stillness from your energy. They also need to bring that stable, secure, safe energy for you. If they want a home in you, they need to be a home for you as well. Yes, equal give and take. Six of Pentacles. There needs to be equal give and take. They can't expect you to be a calm, home, safe place for them and then not reciprocate that energy. You also need to feel safe and secure and stable in their presence. Feel like I just heard, I've got this. Like if they can make you feel like, I've got this, don't worry about it. They need to balance, it needs to be a balanced connection, Devil. Six of Cups, return of someone from your past. With Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. So not rushing things. Setting a goal and taking steps towards that goal and not rushing it. But this person, it's like there's a lot of love and happy memories and nostalgia here. But that's not a reason to rush it. If you combine the history you two have of the good stuff, but also the bad stuff as a lesson to move forward and handle things better this time by moving slow and steady and not letting this devil energy take over. Page of Wands, so a passionate new beginning. That's to confirm Two of Cups. So this really could be a passionate new beginning, a divine union, marriage, kids, all that sort of thing. This is also a card of fertility. You can have this. I think these first two rows is about balancing the triggers, knowing how to handle the triggers and having balance between the happiness you two share, and then when there's challenges, facing those challenges together and working on it together. It's like you two against the problem, not the problem coming between you and you two trying to win against one another. It's about coming together and then go, okay, so I've upset you because of this. Let's figure out together how to soothe this situation so we don't repeat it. And then if it is repeated, come to a solution again. And it's like working out the kinks. But this person needs to learn to give as equally as they take. Nine of Pentacles. But reaping the rewards of the hard work. So if the right amount of balance and work is put into this relationship, you're gonna receive nothing but a rewarding life from it. So the potential outcome of this, the highest potential of this union is very good. It's just about balancing and learning how to face each other's triggers in a productive way so that you can only get stronger. Relationships aren't meant to be perfect the whole time where it's just like, we never fight. Fights actually lead to a stronger relationship if you're getting better because of the fight, not running away because there's fights. It's about, if we can overcome this fight and find solutions, it makes your bond even stronger. And every time it happens and you come up with solutions and things get better, you're also learning one another. So you start to create a habit of not pushing that person's triggers. Does that make sense? But then when you do, you're stronger for it together, not weaker. So that the triggers of wanting to cut and run, that needs to be worked on. And potentially conflict styles as well. All right, closing message for this collective, please. Oh, we had this yesterday. Seer, number 11. If in the maze I trust the path, I'll see clearly where spirit leads. So again, spirit, angels, ancestors, the divine is leading you two back together. You need to be in alignment. I don't think now's the right time. Let me find the page. Intuition versus mind as well. This person's very stuck in their mind right now. If a decision comes that torments you, there is clearly a disconnect between your mind and soul. This is them. Your mind too often calls on the way of reason and pushes you to make the right choices, but are they based on what's fair? Other people, social rank, worldly aspirations, or a cultural and social framework that you desperately try to stick to? Try allowing the way of your mind to express itself, because it seeks to protect you after all and means you no harm. Where it is totally wrong is that it wants you to allow you to survive and thrive in external context. However, this frame of reference doesn't correspond to you, but rather to social norms you believe are part of you. The truth is that it does not serve you, quite the contrary. The only path to follow is that of your intuition, taking no heed of the risks, mistakes, or missteps. This path is unique, perfectly suited to your being, and it will make you wiser and stronger. So because this person, I think cultural differences are a big thing here, and because you have different upbringings, this person, that's a big part of what this person is. I think family as well will be a big part of this person's overthinking mind of how everything's going to fit, especially with that pregnancy and moving card. It's not about external factors. What makes you happy? They need to figure out, they know you make them happy, but they keep letting external factors, their fear of rejection, their being quite self-absorbed, control them right now. They're very controlled by their surroundings and perhaps family, friends, obligations. When it comes down to one simple thing, what makes you happy? And if it's you that makes them happy, what do they need to do? What do they need to work on themselves to be the right partner for you and to go towards what makes them happy? The other stuff is just noise. Culture, family, friends, job, whatever. That's all noise. Societal norms, fitting in, noise. You either make them happy or you don't. And that's not to say in a relationship when there's difficulties, that means, well, I'm not happy right now, so I'm going to leave. There's strength in resolving problems together. But overall, if they know that overall you are their happiness, everything else is noise. And that is why when problems arise between you two, it's worth putting the work in to fix it and make it better, because overall, it's happiness. It's even like if you're sad and then someone comforts you. Yes, you were sad, but then it feels nice that someone comforted you. So it's like you need to balance the energies. Review all your options while facing a decision, however small or big it is. That's what they're doing right now. Wonder why they are options. Is it something you want? The answer should be as simple as the fact that it makes you happy or it does not. Although external factors enter into the equation, you have control over your life through your own choice making. When you are pushed toward a path that makes you uncomfortable, seek within you the strength to see the obligation. So as well, knowing something's going to make you happy, but being scared of what it's going to take to get it, overcoming that as well. I think once this person works through this, more progress is needed, more time is needed for this person to get through this phase and then start the next stage of moving through being self-absorbed basically and moving through their overthinking, catastrophizing mind. They need to move through that phase to then come to a phase where they can actually show up as their true, authentic self, ready to make this work with you, regardless of any outside factors. So yeah, that's today's reading.